And it's Antonia DeHeinrich or Henrik?
No, DeHeinrich.
DeHeinrich.
You got it.
German?
Well, it's Belgian.
Belgian? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Belgian, originally Hungarian.
Got it.
My dad was born in Hungary. And when his family left Hungary to go to the States after, the Russians came in.
Yep.
They had to do a quick stop in Belgium for about 2 years until they could get their visa, their rice farming visa. My family was not in farming, but anyway,
right.
I got a rice farming visa.
You do what you got to do. Yeah.
And the Belgians said, well, Heinrich Omerovica, we can't pronounce this. We're just going to drop the last part and call you DeHeinrich because that's what we can pronounce, basically.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So you're first generation American?
Second generation American.
Or second, well.
My mom was born here.
Oh, your mom was born here.
Yeah.
But dad wasn't.
Dad was not.
So then still
I guess I'm first, yeah.
Yeah.
And then to complicate things, I wasn't even born in this country. I was born in Austria.
Oh, you're born in Austria. Yeah. So you're...
I'm European American.
European American?
A mutt.
Do you have citizenship?
I do. I do. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because I'm talking to Antonia DeHeinrich, and I don't know which title I want to bestow on you. You're writer, podcaster,
winemaker, Ayurvedic yoga specialist, whatever you want to call it.
And how do you say it?
Ayurvedic.
Okay.
Ayurvedic yoga specialist. The term is Ayurveda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember that. But your family story is not wholly unlike my family story.
Okay.
Except for it was the other side of the world. So my father was in Asia. He was in China.
Okay.
And your family's fleeing the Russians. My father's family was fleeing the Cultural Revolution.
Okay.
In China, yeah. So.
Wait, is your dad?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
My grandfather was a highlight pro. Highlight is a sport.
Oh,
it was
okay.
very popular.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was a pro in Shanghai, where he had like a school, kind of like a golf pro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then became a businessman and.
That's so fascinating.
Yeah.
So how old was your dad when he went to China or Shanghai?
Dad was born in China.
He was born in China.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, so my grandfather, went there, I guess, in his 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, because China at the time, before the Cultural Revolution, was trying to become very European, and there's the gambling and
especially Shanghai.
Right.
Yeah.
My grandfather was in Shanghai for the Battle of Shanghai, which is freaking insane.
Yes.
Like I didn't even. It's so funny. And my grandmother, Ludmila Fomina, was also fleeing Russia into China and then out of China into San Francisco.
Wow.
But I get it. So I get the family like refugees in a way, right?
Yes. There's a refugee element to my dad's side of the family for sure.
And then they changed the spelling of our last name when my father's family got to America.
So your last name is Basque?
Yes.
Meaning your grandfather was Basque?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. The Basque-China connection is unique, I'd say.
Honestly, it's not as unique as one would think.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a thing going on.
Elaborate.
No, just there was a thing going on with, Spain and the Basque Country and China in the 20s and 30s.
Okay.
Where people were intermingling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who knew?
Yeah, I did not. Yeah. I should know that because I learned European history in high school for, 8 years in Europe.
8 years in high school? Oh, right.
Yeah, because we don't have middle school and high school. It's all high school.
And history's not. History's
a big deal, except that unfortunately, our history teacher in high school for the 8 years that we had her was terrible. So
the Basques are kind of the.
Well, I knew about
the ETA
in Spain. I knew about that whole revolutionary aspect, but I did not know about the China connection.
Why are we talking about me?
I don't know. I really love talking about other people besides myself.
We're going to talk about you.
Okay.
So again, podcast, Substack, yoga, winemaker. Let's start off easy. Let's go with winemaker.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
So you were winemaking.
I was, yeah.
Like, was that hobby turned professional, or like what were you
yes,
doing? Or you
it
just
was.
like, I want to save money because I drink a lot of wine.
That's definitely a benefit. No, it was, I lived in New York. When I moved from Vienna to the States, I first moved to New York.
At what age?
It was 26.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was 26. I was kind of over the whole traditional Vienna scene. It's kind of vanilla over there. It's beautiful, but vanilla. And I needed a little color in my life, so I moved to New York and, used my business degree. And I worked in software marketing for a while. And I also, growing up in Europe, smoked cigarettes, right?
Right.
I started smoking when I was 15. So I had no idea what stuff tasted like.
I thought you started smoking in Europe when you were like 9.
Yeah, well, I could have. I probably tried. And
Right.
then was like, I will delay this until I'm adult. And so at 15, I didn't know how to taste anything until I quit smoking right before my 30th birthday, because I said, if I don't quit smoking now, I will have to say that I've smoked half or more than half of my life. Yeah.
It's a good as time as any. Like, there's never a bad time to quit smoking.
Exactly. And I tried quitting multiple times and failed. So this time I was like, I'm turning 30.
For the record, I count that as quitting.
As
I count
trying
it-
to quit?
No, yeah. I count it as quitting and then restarting.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know if
Maybe
I actually...
semantically, but for my brain, I was trying to...
Yeah.
Because I went through the same process.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well then I'll take that. I
Right.
think the longest time I quit before I actually quit was like a day. So,
Okay.
whatever. Anyway, I want to say it was cold turkey, but I guess it must have been. I did cover my body in patches just to get the edge off. Long story short, I remember probably 2 weeks after I quit smoking, I went to an Indian restaurant, and I remember receiving the dish and smelling the aromas. I had a dead palate for 15 years. I did not.
Really? I mean,
all my
I
food was
smoked-
gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Much like Vienna.
Yeah, kind of.
Poor Vienna.
What did you want to say about something?
No, I was going to say, I smoked for years, and I didn't consider my taste buds dead.
Well, I'll tell you why I didn't.
Okay.
Me neither, until
Okay.
I had this experience at the Indian restaurant. And suddenly I could taste the different layers in this Indian dish. And you know how Indian dishes are put together. There's layers of flavors, layers of spices, etc. And I could picture them in my mind, what the ingredients were, what the spices were that they used, how they prepared it, in what sequence. I'm exaggerating, but that's
Right.
kind of, my brain exploded when I was sitting there in that Indian restaurant.
What's the movie with Reese Witherspoon where she starts seeing in color, like everybody's black and white? I don't know. There's a movie, but
I must watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll bring back memories.
it's in black and white, and then as her experience grows, like it gets more color starts coming into the palette.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yes, that's exactly.
But yeah,
that was my experience that night, and so I immediately translated this experience into, I have a skill, like I can taste. Wow.
oh,
Yeah.
okay,
And so I started wine tasting for fun. I went to wine bars that offered flights. That's how I started. Then I did
Okay.
a little more professional stuff. Then I did a training. Then I did my sommelier certificate. And I did really well in all of those, right? So I knew I had a palate. Mm-hmm. And
I'm phone friendly on podcasts, by the way.
oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I left mine over there.
Good, because you're a better person than I am.
Oh, I just don't want to
Yeah.
be distracted. So, yeah, that's how the wine. I didn't even know that wine was made by people, right? You don't associate with that until you actually do research in the industry that you're interested in. So, I went down the route of somm, wine educator, more the service side of things, and then I thought about it.
From software marketing.
Yeah, from software marketing, but in New York. So you had a lot of access to wine and good food,
Well,
right?
there's access to everything.
Exactly.
Right.
But the winemaking thing didn't occur to me until
You quit smoking, and the Indian dish
well,
started you on that
on the
path,
wine tasting thing. Yes.
Yeah.
And through wine tasting, I started learning about wine production, of course, right? Because I did the WSET, which is the Wines and Spirit Education Trust certificate, where you become a wine educator.
Okay.
So you educate yourself to become an educator. So then I was like, oh, there's people that make this stuff. Wow. And my parents happened to have friends in Monterey who had a winery at the time.
Oh.
And I called them. I said, I know there's a thing called harvest where you bring the grapes in and stuff and that it's busy. Do you think that I could come and work for 2 weeks? I'm going to take 2 weeks off of my software job and I'd love to just take vacation and work at your winery. They laughed at me because they're like, really? You're going to, I was one of those people that wore suits and pantyhose and heels. And so that's the picture they had in their minds. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure, you can go. You're going to hate it.
How cute. You're going to hate it. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did not hate it.
By the way, that's in your 30-ish by now.
I'm 30-ish?
No, at the time.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
I mean, you could pass for 30-ish.
No. Thank you. I could have maybe 5 years ago, but not anymore. But thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
I was 31
at
the time. So because I quit when I was 30 and then I started the whole wine tasting, SOM, WSET thing. And 31, I worked my first harvest. And I didn't know what to wear.
So first harvest. What year was that?
2008.
2008. Mm-hmm. And was it a good year or bad year? Wine-wise?
I think it was a good year.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't think in those terms now because now I do.
Right,
but then I did not know whether it was a good year. I remember that there was.
I've had friends that have worked in the industry, and it's always like good year, bad year. Like
this was my first encounter with smoke taint, actually. So they were talking about smoke impact on some of the wines, and I can't remember if it was 2008 fires or the previous vintage.
Right.
So, it sort of went over my head until I then faced it 10 years later.
Well, it was your first harvest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I asked them what to bring, what to wear. I did not know what to wear, and they're like, yeah, we knew it. We knew it. She's going to show up in heels. And so I brought my boots and my jeans and some dirty T-shirts, and they threw me in immediately into the work. And they expected that I would hate it. I was nervous that I didn't know what to expect, and I loved it. Loved it. I was outside all day long. I was getting dirty all day long, helping with the crush and helping. This was a big winery, 450,000 cases at the time.
Wow.
So
Good God.
It wasn't like manual
That's not
labor.
we're in Sonoma County now, and 450,000 cases. I can't even.
That's like probably Gallo.
Yeah.
I mean, Gallo. That's
It's
small
insane.
for Gallo,
Yeah.
but
Right.
maybe Sonoma Cutrer or one of those bigger ones. Clos de Bois.
Right.
Anyway, so I loved it. I did not want to come back, and that whole idea of sitting in an office now after being, I drove a forklift for the first time. I did pump overs where I stood at the top of the catwalk and pumped over the red wines and made yeast slurries to inoculate tanks for fermentation, tasted wines in the lab, did some lab work. I mean, it was heaven for me. And coming back to the office.
I smile because it being around harvest is pretty cool. Just the smells of the crush and
you like wine?
Yeah. I mean, it's wine.
And have you ever experienced harvest at a winery in either standing, observing, or being part of it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think I've been around it here and there because, again, like my friend's mother.
County?
Yeah, I live in Sonoma County. My friend's mother worked at Silver Oak. She was so always kind of around it.
Yeah.
And then, but like there's a whole, I can smell the crushed grapes. It's like,
yes. That's a really special smell to me. You know how aromas just stick with you and
Yeah.
they transport you back. Yeah,
It's like getting hit with a shovel. Certain
could happen
smells.
during
Right.
harvest, by the
Well,
way.
that too, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that
Wait a minute,
smell
so-
reminds me.
I want to back up because we're skipping over some, like, 2 weeks. It was kind of like I'm thinking of like those working, like, experience vacations.
Yeah.
Which was what it was to you, not to them. They're like,
We do this for
we do this all the time, and people come and go.
10 weeks
and,
straight. Exactly. We hire people to help us out. Exactly.
And then, so 2 weeks, you got to go home. What happens?
Funny you shall ask.
Yeah.
Because this was 2008. Remember what happened in 2008?
It was property crash. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. So I was working at a financial software company
Oh, shit.
on Wall Street,
2008,
or
on one.
parallel street to Wall
Right.
Street.
Wall Street is a thing
Yes,
into itself.
exactly.
It's
It's-
not
it's
Wall
a
Street.
neighborhood.
Right. It's an industry.
Yeah. So I get back and I'm like kind of in a fog. I still have grape stains on my fingers. I'm like, I'm not going to wash this off. And I walk into our little beige cubicle area, and my assistant looks at me and she says hi in a very subdued way, which is not her MO.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. And I'm kind of in a fog, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, well, I just got this email from our boss, and she wants to see me. And I'm getting all ruffled feathers. I'm like, why does my boss want to see my assistant? Isn't there like a line of rapport here? So I shake it off, and she goes and meets with my boss, and then I check my emails, and I'm kind of begrudgingly going to, I think, 158 emails that I hadn't read. And my assistant comes back crying that she had just been let go. And I'm like, isn't this my job?
Begun.
Isn't this my job to let my assistant go?
Not if you're going to.
Bingo. So she goes, she's
You're
going to
next.
see you next.
Your turn. Wow.
Yeah. So I remember walking into the conference room to talk to my boss, knowing what was going to happen, or not knowing what was going to happen. But I remember looking out the window. This was the only room in our office that had a window. And we looked straight down onto the Lehman Brothers office.
Oh, shit.
And those people were walking out with their cartons.
Oh, God. I can't believe I left that on. Yeah. Oh. Stop. Okay. Lehman Brothers, they're walking out with their banker boxes.
I'm watching these people walk out, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's what's going on.
So it was like
It was October 21st.
I know, what's funny is I'm thinking about it from like harvest perspective, and
I was in a complete la la land while I was in Monterey, right?
well, not only that, I mean, no offense to like younger people, but when you're 31, you're kind of in a la la land anyway.
Yeah.
Like you're not thinking about like the world economy.
No.
Right.
I mean, I was marginally aware. And the only reason I was marginally aware was because the owner of the winery would read the Financial Times every morning, and he's like ruffling the paper, and he's scratching his head, and he's clearly agitated.
I'm trying to remember back. So they passed that big. So I'm trying to remember. So
The
October,
bailout?
right? So October 2008 was the shit because
Yes.
it was literally like, so Obama, when his term started in 2009, they were handing over like
The disaster.
right because the financial world was coming to an end.
Completely collapsed.
Yeah.
Yes. It was, and even now I'm
But
learning.
it was like that November, December where they did the bailout with the 1-page application for like
Yeah.
to refund your entire
portfolio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have a portfolio at the time. I had a 401k, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know what's happening. Don't have to worry about it right
but
now, right?
actually the universe is kind of telling you something, right? Is that how you took it?
Huge. It's like, girl, you're indecisive. You can't make your own decisions. How about we just dump the world economy on your job so you can make a decision? And so
I mean, it helps.
it did. It was one of the biggest turning points in my life. one turning point was leaving Vienna for New York. That was my decision. And people were like, you have
That's a big decision too. I mean, so how old were you when you made the move?
26.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had a job lined up at Audi as a marketing coordinator. And
Nice.
I was like, I don't want to work for Audi. I want to go to New York and make coffee. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway. No, I really wanted to go to
By
New
the
York.
way, which is, so I have two kids and they're aged a certain way. They're 15 and 12. But I want to impart on them to like go.
Yeah.
Like when you're, late teens, early 20s, like go.
Yes.
Go live your life.
Yeah.
Life will settle at some point.
Did you ever live in China?
No.
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever live abroad?
No.
Is it something that you would
I'm a
like to
California guy. I would not mind at all.
do? Yeah. Where would you go?
Honestly, I love Healdsburg.
Healdsburg is not abroad. I'm just saying.
No, like my wife asked me, like, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live? And I'm like, I really like Healdsburg.
Okay. Fair.
I mean,
It's beautiful.
It's pretty awesome.
I feel that way now. I'm like, I love Petaluma.
Right.
Love Petaluma.
Petaluma keeps getting better too.
It is.
If I could live abroad, I wouldn't care.
Yeah. Europe.
Yeah, as long as
Asia?
it's not too cold.
Yeah.
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 No, I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think about that, obviously with the political situation of like, where would I go?
Oh, the current political situation.
Yes, that's one.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got to.
Renew your Chinese passport.
No, but actually, and I don't know why they did it, but Spain opened up citizenship to grandchildren.
Okay, get on it.
And it closed in October. I learned about it in October. I had like a few weeks to, anyway, I didn't, but I think there was a possibility that they were going to extend it.
Oh, yeah.
I need to
I
look.
hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Because, it's getting weird around here.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. So I always think about that. I'm like, I have an out. If I don't want to
Just
leave.
to speak for America for a little bit.
Yeah.
Having, this is all new, which is, I think about my kids. To them, they don't know any different. But this is the first, oh my God, I could talk politics all day. But this is the first president that in my lifetime, and I think ever, that doesn't want to be president for everybody.
Yes.
And that's new.
Yes. He has very specific ideas, very specific
Well, like
interests.
the financial crisis, everybody's like, okay, you know what? Like we have our differences, but like this is really bad.
Yeah. Let's
and
pull it together.
Let's pull it together for everybody. And then we'll go back to fighting later.
Yeah.
Where now is different.
Yes. Well, because let's just face it, Obama was that type. He was like, let's pull it together for everybody.
But even like, and
And even the parties. Yes.
right. And I'm not even like a big George Bush fan. I disagree with him on just about everything, except I think he did want to be president for everybody.
Yeah. I
and
agree.
that he was acting in good faith, made some big mistakes, but at least acting in good faith, you know?
Yeah. I know. I mean, coming from
so sad,
Austria,
Right.
I have specific ideas of what could go down.
Right. Like Hungary's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we're catching them though. Maybe passing them.
Yeah. I just don't know if I mean, anyway, I don't want to go down this depressing
I know.
route.
Okay. So getting back on track. So the financial crisis happens.
I get let go.
So are you,
It's funny.
so where's your family at this point?
My family is, everybody's in Vienna. My brother's
Everybody's-
in med school.
Everybody's still in Vienna.
Yeah, everybody's still in Vienna. My parents,
And then
Moved
parents
to
are
Europe
like,
and
come home.
no,
Oh, really?
no. Oh, there's another part of this.
Okay.
I was married at the time to an
Oh.
American, not
Well,
for,
That's some part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big part, which is why they didn't say come home, because I was married and we were deeply rooted in our New York life.
Right.
And
Or just life, because that's what people do.
yes, exactly. whether I was deeply rooted in a marriage is a whole nother podcast. But
Right.
let's just say I
Oh my God,
was not coming home.
You could start a Substack on that.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I wrote a memoir about it. So there's that.
I peeked a little.
So anyway, I called the winery and I said, hey, guess what? I was let go. Can I come back? And they said, yes. I mean, grapes are slowing down, but you can work in the lab. And I worked another 3.5 weeks at the winery. Immediately.
So how immediate is immediately?
2 weeks. So October 21st, I got let go. November 3rd, I went back.
Wow.
And stayed until November 22nd or 23rd, whatever. And part of it was, there was conflict of interest because I wanted to now make wine, meaning I needed to go somewhere where there's vineyards, AKA not New York.
Right.
And I was married. So, I tried very half-heartedly to get a wine-related job in New York, meaning it would have been some somm job or sales.
Married a man?
Yes.
I mean, right.
Mm-hmm. And he was absolutely married to his film job in New York.
Okay.
I suggested, hey, why don't we...
Was he from New York or
Connecticut? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
East Coast.
East Coast.
Yeah.
East Coast through and through. And I suggested, hey, why don't we try Southern California? I could explore Santa Barbara. You could explore the film industry in LA. His response was, over my dead body. Literally,
Okay.
That's what he said. And I said, okay, I guess not then. And that was the turning point because I was like, I really want to do this. And I am going to continue to educate myself.
Well, you can see a life for yourself.
I could.
You've already gone through going back from, what was the Indian dish?
It was chicken tikka masala. It wasn't very exciting, but it had a lot more flavor than it had 30 weeks ago before I quit smoking,
Right, but it made you move to California.
I know. Yeah, first I just worked harvest all around. I went to New Zealand for 3 months to work the harvest there because they're opposite season.
Right, opposite seasons. Right.
And it was my next opportunity. And then I came back and I was like, okay, fine, I'll work in Long Island just so I could be close to home. And I guess that was sort of when things started cracking, and it was sort of a trial separation. I was living out in Long Island. He was living in our house in Brooklyn.
There's a lot of cracking, though.
Yes.
I mean, the financial crisis brought up a lot of shit.
Devastating. Yes. Yeah. I was...
Not to say that it broke anything apart that what shouldn't have been broken apart anyway,
True.
I mean, is it, I guess in a sense, it was like, good's the wrong word, but it was disruptive.
Disruptive and destructive for many families and industries, right? For me personally, it was disruptive in a positive way. It pulled the rug from under me that I didn't want to be on. And so I appreciate that time because for me personally, it was a huge wake-up call. Was I poor? Holy crap, yes, I was. I mean, I went from, a big salary and big bonuses to $20 in my bank account, and which was later. But I was self-financing this trip to New Zealand. I had to pay my rent in Long Island, which was cheap at the time because it was winter and nobody rents in Long Island in the winter. Then when it really cracked and the divorce papers came in at work at the winery, by the way, I was like, okay, now I have to pay for a divorce as well. I'm like, cool. How am I going to do that? Yeah, it was pretty rough. My credit card was definitely
so how old were you
when that happened?
Yeah.
It was 2009, so 32.
Okay.
Yeah. It happened in
there
pretty
was
rapid
property
succession.
and stuff, but
What do you mean?
as far as the divorce goes?
Yeah, but the property was in my name. and he tried to fight me. And it's a whole ugly story
Okay.
I don't want to get into. But
Okay.
so the divorce
Fuck
took
that guy.
divorce took a long time because he was trying to make me pay stuff that he was trying to squeeze blood from a stone. I was like, there's nothing there, buddy.
Right.
Nothing. And now I'm renting my house because I'm moving to California. After the divorce, I was like, I am out of here.
Turn that off. Focus. Okay.
Yeah. So I moved to Napa.
And you got papers at the winery.
I got papers at the winery. That was ridiculous, honestly. It started with a little story with a car. We bought a car for me to have a car out in Long Island. Well, let's say he bought the car because I didn't have the money to buy the car.
Okay.
And we were going to sell it after harvest and we would be fine. But when he filed for divorce a week before or a week after, I forget, I guess he got a friend to drive him out there to take the car away. So now I was stranded in Long Island with no car. So I guess he got his pound of flesh by just taking that car. And then
People are crazy, man.
he was a little unstable at the time. I wouldn't say he's always unstable, but that time he was definitely not. So yeah, I got served with papers at the winery, which was fun. And then, I didn't have my passport because he held it hostage and I couldn't go home for Christmas. And
Oh my God.
yeah, it was a weird time. Anyway, I ended up with a job offer from a winery in Napa starting in August of 2010. And I'm like, okay, it's January 2009. I need to figure out something now. And I found tenants for my apartment in Brooklyn. In March, I was on a plane, one-way ticket to San Francisco, stayed with friends in Muir Beach, and said, okay, I'm just going to drive around Napa and knock on doors to get a job.
Well, what's cool at 3132, or at least for me in Northern California, is you could just go meet people and like I had roommates kind of like come and go, and I stayed with people and didn't, and like it wasn't hard to like find people to cohabitate with. I guess.
Right. This was lucky because
in other words, at 30 you can tolerate a lot of stuff now that would be like, I am not going to live in these conditions.
I must say I was very fortunate. First of all, these people in Muir Beach are old friends of my parents from New York.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So they had a beautiful house overlooking Muir Beach. It was not a
That's
dump.
not awful. Yeah.
It was
But
not
I mean,
a dump.
again.
But yes, I know what you mean.
My point is like the uncertainty of it.
Yeah.
Like, this will work out for a few months. I remember house sitting for a few months, and it was like, and then I'll just find something else.
Yes.
Like it's a lot easier to, I think, find a place to live when you're younger because you don't.
Your
Or I'm
comfort zones are a little bigger.
Yeah.
And your level of tolerance is higher.
For uncertainty,
stuff.
because
Yes.
it's all uncertain anyway. Who cares?
I still.
In other words, the analogy I use is when like road trips, like when you're young in your 20s, like you don't think about where I'm going to stay, or you don't think about like, are my brakes good on the car or whatever. You just go and do things,
Yes. Are you referring to my 1990s Saab that I bought?
Oh my God, you bought a Saab?
I bought a Saab, which then turned into a Saab story because
it's classic.
Yeah. I had
Because you wanted to start your car down by the
down
emergency
here exactly.
where you spill your coffee.
And it was a convertible where the roof didn't open. I was like, I don't care. I just need a vehicle because I had a rental car. And I bought a Saab in Fremont in the back alley of some, warehouse. I'm like, here's $1,200 cash. Here we go. I'm like, it was like nighttime, totally creepy.
That's like an alternator on a Saab for repair.
Yeah. Oh, I know. The thing lasted for a while.
They make
2 years.
They made fighter jets for Finland.
Finland.
Right? Yeah.
Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah, Saab is a Swedish
It's
company.
like a defense contractor.
Is it really?
But the Swedes and the Finns are allies.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the Saab.
The Saab.
The Saab was my best friend for a while. It was a good car. I liked it. But yeah, that's so I took the Saab and drove around Napa Valley.
Knocking on doors.
I started with the winery where I already had a job. And I remember emailing them in advance and saying, hey, I'm going to be in Napa in March. Can I stop by? Will there be any work? And the vineyard manager was like, I don't anticipate any work for you. But you can come by. So I remember rolling up. Do you know Chateau Montelena?
I don't.
Okay, so it's from the movie Bottle Shock.
Okay.
So I'll watch the Reese Witherspoon movie. You watch Bottle Shock because it'll enhance the story.
Bottle Shock it's a long story for me.
Is it? Tell me.
No, just I was working. Was I working on? So, anyway, I was thinking of like my union days, and I was like, I negotiated the transportation agreement for Bottle Shock.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, so you did film Teamsters.
Yeah, I did some of that too.
Yeah. Okay.
I did some of that too back in the early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So
I know all about that from my ex-husband being in the he was indie, but anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So Chateau Montelena.
Mm-hmm. Chateau Montelena was the one that gave me the job for Harvest.
And Montelena, I'm trying to, because I don't remember the movie. Much, but that's the winery.
It's the winery. It's
Bill Pullman.
Yeah. The chateau with the ivy.
Yeah.
That one. So I drive in and I drive past the chateau. I'm sort of glancing over my shoulder. I'm like, oh wow, there it is. Keep going straight into the vineyard and meet the vineyard manager at the shop. He said, meet me at the shop. I'll be there. And I roll up in my little Saab, get out, get into his truck. Good morning. So he drives me around the vineyard, and we immediately hit it off. Immediately. Like, he had this very slow way of talking, and I just came from New York. I'm like, dude, speed it up. Come on. And
have you listened to Larry Summers?
I don't know. Have I?
The Fed chair?
No.
He talks really slow. Anyway.
Yes, maybe. I have to listen to him because, it might remind me of Dave.
Right.
So Dave spoke very deliberately and slowly. And I remember sitting in the car, I'm like, wow, okay. But we hit it off, so we tested each other's humor, and we cracked each other up, and we just got along. And so I then had an appointment with the tasting room manager. He hired me right off the spot. He's like, let's bring you in for weekends.
Right.
And then when Dave heard that, he was like, okay, well, I guess I can give you a job in the vineyard. And he put me in one of these white Tyvek suits.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like end of March, Calistoga, pretty warm for March.
Yeah.
I'm in this Tyvek suit, and he's like, here, you and Antonio, you can weed whack this side of the hill.
For anybody that doesn't know, so Tyvek is like that 3M paper. It's almost like a paper thing, and it's supposed to allow moisture out, but not in.
It doesn't allow any moisture out. Just saying.
But
they also use it for wrapping houses.
I was going to say they wrap houses in Tyvek before they put the sides on. So,
exactly. Yeah. So imagine me wrapped in a house.
And I think painters wear the...
Yes.
Yeah.
You usually wear it as like some, not hazmat, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, to
it's
keep
like
you clean.
PPE, personal protective equipment.
Yes.
And the reason
let's go 3M.
Yes. Yay. Exactly. So I was weed whacking, and there's, I don't know if you've weed whacked before, but grass goes
I fucking hate weed whacking.
Everywhere. That's why they put me in the suit, right?
Okay. Oh, you're weed whacking.
I'm weed whacking.
Wait a minute. You went from Wall Street to weed whacking?
Uh-huh. Like that.
Like that. In less than a year.
In 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. What I needed to do to be in the wine industry.
Wow. And the noise and the vibration and the...
8 hours straight, Phil. 8 hours.
Weed whacking.
Mm-hmm. And I think Dave tested me. He was like, if she can do this for 2 days straight, I think she can work in the vineyard. And I was like, I'm not backing down. I'm like, I'm going to cry when I get home, but right now I'm just going to suck it up. And I weed whacked for 2 days straight with Antonio, poor guy, because I was slow, right? He's been doing this for years. Anyway, so I passed the test of weed whacking and then started working in the vineyard at Chateau Montelena during the day or during the week, and then in the tasting room on the weekends. And then straight went into harvest. So I was there for 9.5 months. And that's when I knew I'm going to stay in Northern California to make wine.
Right.
Yeah. Not necessarily Napa, but yeah.
It's fun. So around that time, like my friends were waiters. Mm-hmm. And so I was just around a lot of wine and food, and it's fun.
It's such a fun world.
It's so fun.
Especially coming from New York, where you're like, this is the source. This is the source of all goodness.
And when you're here, you don't know it. For us growing up around here, until you like go away and you're like, wow, it's because you think everywhere is kind of somewhat like where you are.
Yeah.
It's pretty special around here.
It is very special. And I immediately knew that from being there for 9 months.
It's like the French wine regions. It's why they're what they are, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how I ended up in Northern California. Making wine. I mean, from Chateau Montelena, then I had been, so it was...
So making wine, like harvesting, crushing...
tasting, blending...
testing, sugar content...
All of it. Yeah, crushing, blending, pump over, delistage.
Because you're coming in, you're educated.
Ish.
But in a certain aspect, and on top of that, you'll weed whack.
Yeah.
So you were given a lot of a varied amount of things to do.
Yes.
In other words, for the people that could work in the lab but like wouldn't weed whack,
they're lost.
You created opportunities for yourself by weed whacking. Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, because you just wanted to be there.
I just wanted to be there, and I needed the money. I was young and I needed money. So I weed whacked.
Newly served.
Yes, exactly. Trying to pay my divorce lawyer. Yeah. Anyway, so I got a 360 experience at Chateau Montelena because I did the vineyard part where I learned how to tie vines.
It's so valuable too. When you're young, you don't realize like how much you're learning of everything.
Yes, because it then goes into making wine because you understand, okay, this quality is this way because they didn't do certain steps in the vineyard or didn't do enough in the vineyard or whatever. Even though I only was there for 3 or 4 months in the vineyard, I did the whole season. I did it from bud break to harvest.
They're a winemaker. They're not a grower.
Right.
And which is the difference.
Well,
a lot of people,
they're both. Chateau Montelena?
Well, I know, but I mean, a lot of people just grew grapes.
Yes.
In other words, weren't necessarily vintners, but
correct.
Were grape growers.
Yes.
Right.
Correct. This was an estate thing.
Most of
their wine. Yeah. For most of their wine came from the vineyard. There were certain sources that they purchased from.
And then some wineries don't grow grapes. They buy their grapes.
Correct.
Right. But
that was later for me for Ravenswood. They had 15 acres and then they bought everything else. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is you got all of it.
I did.
Because they did all of it.
And then I also got the customer experience in the tasting room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could bring my SOM and WSET skills in, and it was super fun. Because I could tell them more than the average tasting room person who did not have the experience in the vineyard. I could tell them from what block this came from or what phase the grapes were in right now. And yeah, it was cool. Really cool. It was an amazing experience. I love the people there still. Right. And made some really good friends. And we'll never forget that experience. It was, again, life-changing. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're like, so also from what I can tell, you like to write.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Is that always been like lifelong, or is that come later?
It came much later. I remember in high school, I loved writing essays. But then when I entered the work world or university,
right,
and we had to write thesis papers and emails and PowerPoint presentations, I'm like, no, this is all my creativity kind of bled out into writing those kinds of things. That
we're good at beating the creativity.
Yes.
Yeah, the world is.
Yes. Yeah. And so for a long time, I did not enjoy writing, like to the point that I wasn't even journaling. And so, yeah.
I mean, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, people love to journal. I'm like, I still don't love to journal, to be honest. I need to. I'd love to. It's good for you.
No, it's funny because I've never journaled.
Yeah.
Never been a journaler.
Yeah.
So it's funny when you're like, I didn't even journal.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel like
I don't know
lesser than because so many people around me journal every day. And I'm like, I'm just the one person who doesn't.
To kind of a time, how many people would you say percentage-wise, population, adults journal?
In my current environment?
No.
In the world?
In the world.
I would have no guess. 10%? 50%? No idea.
So in your world at the time?
In my world, it's probably 80 to 90.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of journalers.
It's a lot of journalers.
Journalers?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. So I'm trying to absorb some of their journaling energy.
They're like, Antonia?
But
you're like, I don't even want to journal anymore. Antonia, no.
But if you, some of my writing is very journally with a Y at the end. Yes, I made that word up. So I journal in my writing. I write what's on my mind.
Right.
In my Substack. So if somebody wants to read my journal, they just go to Substack. But anyway, yeah, I do love writing now. It's new. After my divorce.
Because your divorce wasn't that recent.
No, it's sort of the idea for my book started percolating about 4 years after the divorce, or a couple years after or after I was served with papers, and then it just sat there in my head.
I didn't know there's a book.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Oh
no. No.
There's going to be a book.
I hope so.
Oh my God, I feel like the first
I hope
person.
so. Yeah, I hope so.
Do you have a working title on it?
Yes, it's Eyes Open.
Eyes Open?
Yeah.
Is it a memoir?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a lot of work to do on it still, but it's a completed manuscript.
Right.
Yeah.
So that doesn't sound like there's a lot of work to do.
I think there is.
Yeah, you're never going to be happy with it. If you've been sitting on it for...
Yeah, I've been sitting on it for a long time. I didn't start writing it until a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Or 2 years ago. And, the process from writing the first draft through editing and having it professionally edited was about a year and a half. And now I'm letting it sit.
You've got a completed manuscript.
I do.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to need more work, is my point. So
that's called your second book. Isn't
I
it?
certainly have another one. I have many. This is the thing. What happens when you start writing? Suddenly you have all these ideas for other books.
So I'm catching a theme here.
Yeah. Oh, good. Help me out with that.
Right. Which is you reinvent yourself.
Yes.
Which is fucking great.
Thank you.
I mean, isn't it cool though?
I love it.
Cool.
I love it.
Because you start feeling like confident in a way that like I can adapt, and not only that, like the world is just full of mysteries that I will stumble in and discover or not. But
yeah, I think one of the themes for me is I don't have a problem leaving my comfort zone. I like to try new things. People make fun of me because they're like, "Oh, you're trying this now?"
You went from Vienna to New York to Monterey to New Zealand,
Napa, Long Island, Napa.
Long Island. I mean, yeah, comfort.
Yeah,
you take your comfort with you.
I do. I make myself comfortable where I am, and if I'm uncomfortable, then I check in with myself and saying, is this the right thing for me? Like my marriage was one of those things. I went into it.
You're like a cat, though. Like you're going to land on your feet, right?
I am going to land on my feet, yes. So, but I can feel when something is
not
not
like a cat. I mean,
yeah. I mean, when
I got to tell you about a cat thing too that somebody told me. But go ahead.
I'm just going to finish this thought, and I would love to hear about the cat story.
The cat story.
I can feel when the comfort zone ends, and then I make a change. So that's, I think, a lot of what my reinvention is about, is that my comfort zone becomes either challenged or uncomfortable or boring.
Boring.
I've done it all, and then
Right.
I move on. Yeah. Cat story.
No longer interesting.
Yes.
Like food was not interesting. Quit smoking. Anyway, cat story. No. And this is another conversation that I don't know. Anyway, I'll just talk.
Okay.
I was with somebody recently who described herself as an indoor cat.
Love that. Okay.
And I was in Arizona. It was like kind of a family situation, and somebody was passing, and and I got to say that good communication is like being able to me is being able to express a thought in as brief and as comprehensive way as possible.
Right.
And I'm like, indoor cat. That is like,
you get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Because I'm an outdoor cat. After hearing indoor cat.
Yeah.
And although I'm tired of being an outdoor cat.
Why?
But no, just like the pandemic made me some indoor cat, and now I got to be outdoor cat again. And I'm like, I kind of like indoor cat. Anyway, but what a wonderful metaphor for like, there's things in the world that go on that I'm not comfortable with, and I don't have to deal with a lot of stuff in my normal life.
Yeah. I would
amazing.
love a descriptor like that for me, because I don't think that career ADHD is really going to cut it.
Well, you're an outdoor cat.
I am definitely an outdoor cat, yes.
Right.
But I'm also a cat that's a dog, and I'm so yeah. We'll get the catch-all at some point.
And soon to be author.
Fingers
Oh my
crossed.
God,
Fingers crossed.
it's already done.
Well, I'm working with a coach right now that she's definitely going to help me out
Okay.
and put me straight in some ways. So
I was looking at your Substack. You have another project that you're thinking about, and you have some recordings of your father.
I do. Yeah. That was actually my first memoir experience. I hired, first of all.
So yeah, back up and
Yeah.
I want all of it.
Okay. My dad has a very interesting story. And I feel that we do not capture our elders' stories anymore. And that so much of this history gets lost because you do not talk to them, you don't capture it, you don't respect it. And I didn't want my dad's story to get lost because there's only so much he will tell us, right? There's natural born storytellers who will gladly tell you a 20-minute story about this one anecdote, this one episode in their lives. My dad was not like that. He told us snippets, and he's like, oh, there's like this one time when, we threw rocks at the soldiers. I'm like, tell me more.
Right.
What did the soldiers do? So I hired a journalist or author to interview him and put this stuff together into a memoir. And she knew how to ask the questions to pull the information out, which I didn't know. I'm not a pro.
Right.
And so, yes, I got that all written down. And then I had him read what we had written and put it in a podcast. Yeah. So the story is out there. And
It's already out. So I saw an early thing of it turned into like a completed project.
It's complete. I think there's
Complete-ish.
2 episodes that are missing that I need to still, they're sitting in my GarageBand that I need to still upload. But
So tell me about it. So it's a podcast. It's done-ish.
Yeah.
So it's a podcast.
It's a podcast. The thing,
I'm a big fan of like when it comes to like podcasts, I guess specifically, you just swing away. Just let it go. Let it rip.
Yeah.
And if you're worried about how your episode sounds, like publish it and then make the next one better.
right. Yeah, I remember one of the reasons why I quit my running episode.
Oh my God, I love the running.
Because it took so much time editing, and I'm like, I don't want to edit this. I shouldn't have edited.
Fucking hated it.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you mean like every and on. Right.
Yeah, I would.
Well, robots do that now anyway.
And yeah, they make it to sound more natural. But my dad just read, and I did some editing on there because he would.
But he was being interviewed. This was all.
No.
The interview was to get it on paper.
Yes, and then he read the paper.
Got it.
So it's kind of him reading his own story.
Wow.
Yeah. And the idea was to make this a book for our family. And then I decided I want to have his voice. And this is when podcasts were just starting. And I said, I want to have his voice. And we'll have it recorded, and then we'll see what we do with it. And then I just uploaded it and made it a podcast.
Were you close, or?
My dad and I?
Yeah.
Very. Yeah, very close. And he passed away in November of 2023. In fact.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Next week is going to be his 2-year. Yeah, he died a day after his birthday at 89. And so now I'm really glad that I have this recording so I can listen to his voice and to have him listen to him reading his own story. Yeah.
I think for me, one of the hardest things I've had to deal with was my father's death, and it was in 2010.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because that was one of the things I had to deal with alone. Like when my mother passed, I had half brothers, but just being like kind of, an adult.
Yeah.
In 2010 and just dealing with all of it myself, the estate and everything. But yeah, at the time, because my father was my best friend, and it's hard,
Yeah, I agree. That whole business side of death was really hard to deal with for me.
Yeah.
Because you don't have time to grieve. Because you're thinking about finances and moving and burial.
And weird relatives.
And weird relatives and the memorial service. And
people going, don't spend that much on a coffin. It's going in the ground. It's like,
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's weird. It's not an easy situation.
No, it's not. So you don't have siblings who were there to help or not help you?
Right.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's tough. And your mom was gone too. So you're really alone.
I lost mom in 99.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you've been an orphan for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I guess it doesn't, dad dying feels like yesterday.
Yeah. How old was he? He must have been young.
No, he was old dad. So he would have been, his birthday's today.
Oh, happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah. Which is funny because you said your dad's birthday's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I think he was born in 36.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was born in 34.
34. There you go.
But he died in 2010, which means he was,
72?
Yeah, that's young. No?
Not compared to mom.
Yeah.
Mom was 50s,
Was she not well?
Cancer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And your dad?
Heart attack.
Sudden or?
Sudden. So.
That's even tougher.
Well, it's different. And so my father had a heart attack 12 years prior. And it was pretty bad, bypass surgery. And so I would say after that, we came out of that, our relationship coming out of his heart attack, because when you're kind of in your 20s, you drift apart.
Yeah.
We became like locked back together.
Yeah.
And so that 12 years, and I think it was kind of brought on by the first heart attack. We were as close as we had ever been in our lives. So
that's lovely.
Yeah. So I think that was a gift in a way. I don't see it as I lost him. I tend to look at it as I got him for an extra 12 years.
Yeah. That's a great way to look at it. How was he physically in Sonoma County? Did he live in Sonoma County?
So he lived in the East Bay at the time.
Okay. So still close-ish.
2008, he had moved to Pengrove.
Oh.
In 2007, and had the worst timing in the world for the financial crisis because he had not sold his property in the East Bay yet. He had gotten an interest-only loan to grab this property he wanted. And he was stuck in between when the financial crisis hit. So
yeah. And then what happened by 2010?
So eventually his plan was to rent out the Pengrove property, which he had bought at like the peak of the market.
Ouch.
And then go back to where he had a lot of equity and low payment, which was in Dublin, California.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just tricky, and it was just really bad timing. And
Yeah.
because so he had moved to Pengrove, and then he was going to sell the Dublin house and refinance the Pengrove
Yeah.
house, which was a perfectly reasonable plan.
Yeah.
But the he kind of the market had dried up, and he couldn't sell his Dublin property for what he had wanted.
Yeah.
And then as he was willing to lower the price, the market was pulling the price down further. So, yeah.
Do you still have the property in Pengrove?
No, I don't have either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, and I'm going to be off with my numbers, but he bought the Pengrove property for high sevens in 2007. I think. Might have been late 2006. High sevens, and then I walked away from it after he passed, and it was sold at auction. I want to say for $450 or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Ouch.
like within a couple of years.
Yikes. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I didn't have any experience with that except for New York. I bought New York in 2005 and then held on to it until after the crisis. I sold it in 2013, but I couldn't rent it for much longer because
Right.
New York co-ops, they don't allow that. It's like
Oh my God, I got to ask you about Mondami.
I don't know anything about him, so
Okay,
sorry.
good. You know things about New York.
Yeah, I do know
Do
things
you have
about.
friends still, or
Yeah, I do.
you drifted apart? Or?
No, there's a couple. Well, they move. All my friends moved from
they
New
got
York.
out.
Mhm, They
Yeah.
got out. They either went during the pandemic, went upstate, or my best friend's now in Buffalo. She's been there a long time. I have two good friends that still live in the city. They're like hardcore. They're never leaving. Right.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know anything about him. I just know that he won the mayoral race. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but he's big on rent control,
Oh.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Good, I guess.
I don't know. Because New York is almost like another country it has so much, like the economy and everything is specific.
Yes,
Right.
It is very specific. It's its own microcosm.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
But so your dad. So, whew. By the way, happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah. So, podcast. How many episodes is it?
9, I think.
9.
Yeah.
Which is great, by the way, for anybody interested in podcasting. Like 9 episodes is, and as you know, when was it put out?
Sometime during the pandemic, 2021, I think.
But they just live there forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wonderful. Like, so there's like all these gems around in podcasting of 10 episodes or 5
Right.
episodes that are so worth visiting.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called The 9 Lives of Hubert de Heinrich. Because he also had 9 lives, just like me. He's also a cat, apparently.
I know. Apparently a cat. Yeah. Well, so, I mean, Austria, Hungary, that time, there was a lot going on.
Which part? The First World War, Second World War?
Yeah.
Or after, when the Russians came in and then, it
All
was
of it.
communist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting, especially living in Austria, which was right next door. We always had these experiences as kids going over the border into, the Czech Republic or Hungary, and having to deal with that. It was interesting.
Well, what's interesting, so my aunt, who was also born in China, came here with my father. They had 2 other siblings that were brothers. But I've spoken with her recently, and she's like, our country is our family. So whether it's China or America or like the nationalistic pride for refugees,
Yeah.
clearly the shine of patriotism and stuff wears off when you're fighting to survive
Yeah.
and, avoiding conflict, right?
Right. and in many cases trying to hide your
Right.
or country of origin.
Right. Especially there and then, right?
Hungarians don't have that. Hungarians are very proud. Everything is invented in Hungary. Did you know that? Everything. And yeah, so Hungarians do not hide their pride of being from Hungary. My dad did not have that issue. But he was also very American, like living in Vienna. He identified as an American. He identified as a Hungarian. I could relate because I was born in Vienna, but I had American parents. So I didn't feel either. I wasn't Austrian enough. I wasn't American enough. It was, strange. But my mom was always very American. Always.
Where's mom from?
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
That's American.
Yeah, super American. And but she loved the Vienna vibe, right? She loved the cultural aspects of everything. She loved it. My dad was an opera buff, so
That's funny. You say Vienna, and I can't get my head out of Mozart.
yeah,
The movie.
yes,
Amadeus is like, oh.
yeah. So I think there was a mutual attraction to music. My dad loved classical music, and I think the natural draw to Vienna was obvious. And my mom thrived in that environment. The cultural
really popular in Ohio is classical music.
Maybe not in
Vienna.
Youngstown, but Cleveland has a big concert house. But anyway, no, my mom was not into that at all until until she moved to New York and met my dad. And I'm sure she had gone on a date with this Austrian pianist apparently, and they went to a party together, and he fled for the buffet immediately, typical Austrian. And so she must have had some
Austrians.
must have had some sort of music affinity already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was an easy catch for my dad. It's 11:15
I know. So what are you working on?
right now.
Yeah, no, we're gonna wrap this up
Okay.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So what's coming next for Antonia? There's so much we haven't even gotten to.
I know.
You've got the writing, the book. Also, I want to know about the Pandemic Podcast, which is I quit and started running.
I quit smoking.
Or I quit smoking.
Yeah. In my case, I quit smoking and started running, but I let everybody else
Whatever you
say
quit.
whatever they quit. Yeah. I quit X and started running. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have to meet again and talk about that.
And yoga.
Yeah. So next for me is really.
So what are you doing now? So you went, obviously, Wall Street, winemaking, full path.
Now,
but what are you doing now?
Now I'm an Ayurvedic yoga specialist, and I have a practice in downtown Petaluma where I help people bring their wellness back or bring their agency back to their own health by using Ayurvedic lifestyle routines and nutrition. So I introduce people, I teach people about Ayurveda. Ayurveda being like Chinese medicine is to China, Ayurveda is to India, so it's a holistic wellness and health system. So I help people with Ayurvedic lifestyle coaching, nutrition coaching, daily practices, whether it be meditation, breath work, asana yoga. I teach yoga at Hotel Petaluma, and building that business is next for me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's only been around for a year and a half, so I'm ready to really step into it in 2026.
All right. Well, Antonia DeHeinrich,
Yes.
Okay.
You said it right. Thank you.
more to come. A lot more to talk about.
I guess so.
I mean,
it's going to be.
You like talking. You did a bunch of podcasts already.
Sorry for talking.
No, it's good. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.